Okay, let's go ahead and get started with class. All right, guys. So good morning. Before we get deep into class, does anybody have anything fun or exciting they did over the weekend, over Easter weekend, that happened? You want to talk about? You want to share? Anybody go turkey hunting or
On Easter,
anybody? Anybody shoot the Easter bunny
Caught
or
a fish,
you caught a fish?
a big one.
What
Yeah, a
kind?
big one.
What kind was it?
A bass,
Cool. How big?
5 pounds.
There you go. I called.
Grandpa shot the Easter bunny.
You what?
My grandpa shot the Easter.
Oh, cool. Okay, did y'all eat it?
Love it.
Yeah. Did it? Was it tender?
Oh yeah.
That's good. Good. I've got like a swamp in front of my house, and I put a bunch of lines out this past week, and I caught a bunch of catfish and a bunch of bass. So that was good. Okay. So I want to talk about a few of your assignments that we've already done. Okay, there's a few things I want to go over before we get started. Before we go further, number one, I would say probably 80% of my eighth graders, you turned in your engineering challenge, okay? And let me tell you what, guys, y'all really impressed me. I'm not kidding you. Some of you had some really great projects you turned in for fishing bait. The goal of this Friday engineering challenge thing, I'm not as concerned with the outcome. It is really great and it's awesome when you guys you shock me and blow me away with how good you do. That I love that. But I'm really more interested in the process, and I want you to get outside of your rooms or whatever. Just go out in your yard. I want you to find stuff, and I want you to use things that you find, and I want you to use your brains, and I want you to make stuff. That's what it's all about. I want you to make things. And every week is different. So those of you who turned that in, was most of you, great job. I was really honestly impressed. There's still several of you who have not turned your project in. It's super important that you get that turned in because these are grades, right? Like we're not just hanging out and doing stuff for no reason. So make sure you do your work and get it turned in. Second thing, one of the assignments we had last week, you had 3 students, and they said they listened to Coach Albert's class, and they went over the class notes, and you had questions over that. I think Meg was her name. So Meg straight up said that the coronavirus is a bacteria. Okay, so if any student would say that the coronavirus was not a virus, it obviously would be Meg. Okay, and so I want to clear up a few things. You have to know, you've got to understand that a bacteria and a virus are 2 completely different things. I almost wanted to make an example of like the difference between a bird and an elephant, but it's an even greater difference than that. As a matter of fact, a bacteria we know is a living organism. A bacteria is a single-celled living organism that's alive and it breathes and it mates and it eats and it does all the things that living organisms do. It has DNA, but a virus is not classified as a living organism. Okay, it would be considered a abiotic factor in an ecosystem. So a better example, but not a bird and an elephant, a better example would be the difference in a bacteria and a virus would almost be that of the difference in a rock and a bird. Okay? 2 completely different things. Now, we do know that viruses have characteristics of living organisms. Personally, I would say that you should classify it as a living organism, but scientifically we don't. Okay? So bacteria and viruses, 2 separate, 100% different dudes. Do they both make us sick? Yeah, they do. Can we both cure them? Yeah, we can, but they're different. So that's important to know. Other than that, most of your questions were really good, and most of you got that right also. But there was enough of you got it wrong that I wanted to talk about it and cover that. All of your grades so far should be in. Our numbers, we have decent numbers with our chats. We got 21 this morning. When we first started, we had about 45 to 50. And so I really would like for you guys to talk to your classmates and encourage them to come in here. We're only doing it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And they're usually about 10, 15, 20 minutes long. So it's not that burdensome. But it is a great opportunity for you to ask questions and for us to have dialogue. Because here's the deal. This past week, on Friday, between 4 o'clock in the afternoon and honestly 2 in the morning Saturday, I had just a barrage of emails. I was flooded with emails of kids and parents asking questions about the Friday challenge thing. And I'll be honest with you, after you're going to be lucky to get me to respond after probably 5 o'clock on Friday. Okay, I'm pretty available all week, so and if it's an emergency, I will get back at you. But you need to do your work before. If it's due Friday, let's do it before Friday, right? Let's give it a test run on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, and then if you have problems, you can fix it on Thursday. You can ask questions Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But by the time Friday gets here, we should be good to go. I think that most of us have quite a bit of time on our hands, so we should have enough time to get our work knocked out and then go. Okay, and that brings us to this week. So this week, our Friday challenge, as you know, okay, is you got to make something that can protect you against a virus. And so we talked about a few options, and there's probably more. If you have an idea and you want to ask me about it, go for it. Ask me, and I'll tell you, yeah, you can do it, or no, you can't do it. And so Carly. So some of those options would be like a protective mask. You can make like a face shield. A lot of people are making these face shields where there's like a band around your head, and then it's like a plastic see-through shield in front of your face. And that would keep, what that's for is not so much you getting the virus, but if you happen to have it, because there's an incubation period where you can give it to people and you don't even know you have it. If you cough or sneeze, that shield keeps it from getting on other people, okay? But also you can make hand sanitizer. Now, I will tell you this. Hand sanitizer these days is pretty hard to come by. So there's a good chance that if you go to the store, they're not going to have the stuff you need. So if you find a recipe online to make hand sanitizer and you have the stuff at home, that's awesome. If you go to the store and they don't have it, then you probably have to make something else. Someone told me when they go in Walmart, they're going in with a book on their head. Yeah, they might be doing that. I don't doubt it. So just do what you can do. I'm more concerned with the process, and I'm more concerned with it's okay, Trey. I'm more concerned with your write-up, okay? But awesome job last week, so good for that. This week, you have your challenge, but as far as assignments go, you've only got one assignment. The one that I posted this morning. I'm going to give you the whole week to work on that. I'll be here Wednesday and Friday for us to talk about it some more, and I might add a few things to it, so you need to tune in. But let me outline that for you real quick. Here's pretty much what it's going to look like. So you're going to find some data. It could be in article form. It could be, I don't know. You're going to go online. You're going to find data. There's different ways you can do that. But make sure it's from a reliable source. And you're going to find the number of people in the world from December till today who have been infected with coronavirus. And then you're going to find the number of people in United States from December to today who've been, I'm sorry, Dakota. You can watch this later on Google Classroom. You're going to find the number of people in the United States from December to today who've been infected with the coronavirus. And then you're going to find the number of people in Arkansas from December to today who've been infected with the coronavirus. After you find the data, you're going to make a chart, probably a graph. I'll go ahead and tell you, it ain't going to be a pie chart. You're going to make a graph. You decide which graph to use, and we'll go from there. So let me tell you how this works. We're going to pause for a second. All I'm looking for is the number of people who have been infected, not the number of people who have died, not the number of people who have gotten over it, We're going to cover that later. Right now, it's just the infected from the coronavirus, okay? So, let's say that you wait till Friday to do your assignment, right? Friday, you do it, and let's say that you made a mistake and you made a pie chart. Well, Saturday, if I don't catch it till Saturday and I grade it, you're going to get graded for that pie chart. But let's say on Tuesday you do it. Let's say you get up in the morning and you say, I don't have Coach Harper's class. I'm going to get in. I'm going to work for 30 minutes and I'm going to make my graph. And let's say you make your pie chart then. I'm going to get on there later that week and I'm going to see that and I'm going to make a little comment and I'm going to say, hey, good numbers, but this may not be the best graph to show this data. And I'm going to ask you, why do you think that is? And then I'm going to look for an answer out of you, and I'm going to give you a chance to change your graph. And that way you can get a better grade. I want to help you out that way. So it's important you do your work early, not on Friday. The next thing, part 3. It's a 3-part assignment. Part 3. There's a term that we keep hearing. If you listen to any news, I'm calling it, you've heard it. They say we've got to flatten the curve. Okay, got to try to flatten that curve. And so we're in quarantine. You're in quarantine. I'm in quarantine. We're all in quarantine right now. We're not at school because we're trying to flatten the curve. Don't answer here, please. But in your assignment, you're going to tell me, one, what does that even mean? What does flatten the curve mean? And does it have any relation to your graph? Hint, hint. Yeah. Okay. So that's your assignment. Do you have any questions about that assignment? I know I kind of ran through it. Your instructions are in Google Classroom. You're free and welcome to go check that out. But if you have any questions about the assignment, now's the time to ask. Okay? All right. Guys, that's all as far as class goes. That's all I got. Don't leave yet. I got a few more things to cover. But that's it for class. If you have any missing assignments, get them turned in, okay? Because of the internet, I'm going to be flexible with deadlines, okay? Get your work turned in and you will get credit for it. I promise. Do any questions about anything? Okay. Guys, I'm proud of y'all. You're doing really good work. This is an odd time, but I think we're all killing it, and I'm proud of you. It's good to see you guys this morning. That's all I've got. If you have questions, you can stick around, and I will be happy to answer those questions. Other than that, you are free to go have a great day.
My internet went down.
I'm sorry, bud. I'll post this video. There's a video of me talking this whole time that I'll post on Google Classroom, and you can watch it there. Okay, bud?
Okay, I use my phone for I use my phone's hotspot. That's probably why it does.
Yeah, I do that too sometimes.
I don't get 2 bars in my house, so